Tuesday evening, Laura and I are in the warehouse. It is literally just turned 10 PM and I think we're done for the evening, are we?
Yep.
Made a good start on setting up for the open day. It's pretty much going to be the bulk of this week's video. A couple of orders to get in and get out in the morning. We've some bits and pieces done on fitting the NOX and the PC55, which is still to turn up. I'll give you the update on that tomorrow. Fitted the coupler on it. Coupler and bucket arrived today. I'll show you around them as well in the morning, but I think for the time being we are done for Tuesday. Wednesday morning and I'm in packing an order first this morning. An Auger Torque 4500 max with a linkage block and a log splitter core. There is an auger to go with this, but it's one of the hard rock augers. We're going to make it at Cheltenham and send it to the customer. This is not going on an excavator, it is going on a customer's post driver. If you mind, a few weeks ago, I'll link the episode up here when we went to the fencing show. They have been putting these auger drives on post drivers. I'll put some footage in here just to show you, but basically to drill holes instead of rock spiking. So that's what that's for. If I get any pictures of it down the road, I will share it with you. Obviously the big focus this week is the open day. We're waiting on the NOX Tiltrotator turning up for the PC55 this morning. Also, in big news for this week, our first ever full-time UK based employee started on Monday. So welcome Stephen. I'm not sure if he'll watch this, but welcome anyway. All hands on deck, let's get going. Absolutely hectic week so far. Apologies for the lack of content so far. It is Thursday morning and you'll have seen yesterday, I'm sure I recorded it, that this arrived. Eventually it arrived. We've got on the PC55. It was a late one last night, just trying to get it working, but I think there's a bit of setup required and a real bit of tidying up in the cab required, but let me quickly show you it working here. This is the NOX with the full Prop Plus setup, so the screen and the joysticks that need to go back in the cab still, they are here in my hand. I'll talk you through the full spec later on in the video, but just for the time being. Oh, would you look at that? You have no idea how happy that made me at about 11 o'clock last night. It was a real late one. We had a little bit of a struggle with some setup. We've never done one on a PC55 before. So between myself, Stephen, Andrew helping for Denver and Florian from the factory at Kinshofer, we are almost there with it. So when Stephen gets in this morning, he'll finish buttoning that up. I'm going to get a couple of orders out this morning as well. I'll show you around them in a minute. And then when Laura gets here, it'll be a case of finishing setting up everything inside. She done a load of more power washing out the front yard. There's a little bit left to do. I'll probably knock that out this morning. And yeah, let's take the day from there. I'm going to go finish packing these up just now, getting the labels on, get them out of here. The time is 2:30 Thursday afternoon. We are close, I think, to being ready. The big one is the Tiltrotator working. That was causing me some anxiety last night, but it's working. It's needing a bit of adjustment. I'll do that when I get back. Robin from All About Cars is in again. He is detailing the PC55. He'd done the 26 and the 80 yesterday. Laura and Stephen are in the warehouse just organising some things. We get delivery there from G-Rake, three G-Rake, the three different models. I'll show you them when we get back. Andrew from DNH Cocktail should be here tomorrow morning, get set up with the bar. He's doing the cocktails and the beer. And James from JF Trading should be here tomorrow morning as well with his van and trailer full of tools. So we'll have things hopefully for people to do a bit of buying in time for Christmas, and obviously come see us, see our machinery see everything that's going on. So yeah, I'm just doing some roundabout, picking up some last minute bits and pieces. I'm going to wait to screw fix to pick up some extension leads. Then I'm going to go to the petrol station, pick up some fuel for the machines. Then I'll get back and I'll give you the update. Tell you what, I forgot just how manic it is setting up for something like this. It's very close to, I mean, it's pretty much the same level of work we done for Scott Plant back at the start of the year. Click here to watch that video, but we're nearly there. It is 12 noon Friday, well, afternoon now, it's 12:05. We're pretty much done as far as setup goes. It's bits and pieces now. Huge amount of work in it, so fingers crossed the last piece of the puzzle turns up, which is people actually coming. So fingers crossed that's the case. As I say, we are getting, I think I said yesterday, Squinty Pixels coming to do some filming for us. So if I don't manage to film any more between now and then it's over to those guys. Open day, day one complete. 8 PM we are heading home. What's your thoughts?
It's been a good day.
I think so.
A very good day actually. Just thanks to everybody that came along. Tried to speak to a lot of people and you spoke to people as well. So I really am pleased how many people showed up. Especially between like 2 and 3:30. Yeah, it's made the hard work worthwhile, I think. Oh.
It has, yes. We'll run through everybody tomorrow that needs a mention, but yeah, positive I think. So let's go home and get some heat.
Yeah, I'm chilly.
Alright, truth be told, I filmed absolutely zero content yesterday. It is not Saturday, it is in fact Sunday afternoon. Laura and I are back down at the warehouse and yeah, it is quiet today comparatively. And also, truth being told, I did not feel great for the majority of yesterday. Hopefully that wasn't apparent to any of you that came out, but I was struggling a little bit. Non-alcohol and non-cocktail related from the Friday. Yeah, thank you for everybody that came out, more to the point, yesterday and Friday, and everybody that came out to support our first ever open days. It is thoroughly appreciated by both of us, isn't it?
Yeah.
It does make the effort that you go to for something like this worthwhile when people come out and support it. So again, thank you very much to everybody that came out over the both days and everybody that helped make it possible. There is far too many to name, but everybody that was involved, please know that we are thankful for your help and your assistance and your effort just making all this possible. Before we wrap up this week's video, Laura and I are going to film a podcast, which I think is about the first one this year.
Second one
this year. Start of December, and this is us getting the second one done, but we will run through pretty much everything that's happened this year and we will cover the open days as well. So if it is out before this week's episode, then we'll link it up here somewhere. Feel free to go and watch that. But before we wrap up this week's episode, thank you again to everybody. Thank you if you made it watching it through to the end of this week's video. We will maybe try and do a full standalone on the open days. We'll just see how much footage we got from Friday from Squinty Pixels, for Jamie and his team coming out and filming it. So we'll see how much footage we got there. We might do a full video, or you might see most of it in this week's episode. But yeah, what's your thoughts on the first ever open days?
I think it was a great success. I honestly just kind of blown away with the amount of people that came both days, and especially yesterday, folk that we've never seen before or dealt with and have seen us on TikTok, on YouTube. So thank you honestly so much for bracing that weather, because it was bloody cold.
Yeah, I was a little bit worried yesterday morning because it's Friday evening finished off rainy and blustery. Saturday morning started exactly the same, so we're kind of worried it might put people off, and it did start maybe a little bit slower than it did on Friday. But then at one point I remember looking around and wondering where all the people came from, which is a very, very good thing to say. So once again, thank you for making it to the end of this week's Week to Week episode. Let us know in the comments what you thought of it, what you'd like to see more of, what you'd like to see less of. When you're down there, hit like, hit subscribe as well. There probably is only 1 or 2 more episodes for the year to come, so which is ridiculous. So yeah, and look out for the podcast episode as well. We're about to go and do that just now, and we will catch you next week.
Bye.
Goodbye.